I'm Rosie Morell and I'm a sex and relationship therapist. And the title of this video, so I've got my microphone on, and I've decided to show you what I like to go out in. I like to wear these type of clothes when I go out. I'll just show you what I would look like. Hold on. So this, I've got also over the knee boots. They're sparkly. But yeah, I love wearing clothes like this. So don't obviously wear them when I'm like in the middle of the day, but in the evening if I'm going out, I will wear this type of outfit. And I think it's important to express yourself. So the title of this live is Everything Has Purpose and Sending Love to the Haters. So the reason why I called it that, I hope everyone can hear me okay, because I've got this new microphone plugged in, so I hope it's working okay. But yeah, the title of this live is Sending Love to the Haters, because basically earlier today I did a couple of videos and someone has written a comment underneath one of my shorts about loneliness, and their name here is Milo CS. Under the short is loneliness, and I'll read. Oh, sorry, I'll read out what it says. It says my short was about loneliness and about being your true self, and he said, he or she, whoever this is, says, for example, the divorce your two front teeth are going through. So obviously I've got a gap in my teeth. And someone else a while ago said about my, Moses wrote on one of my YouTube videos, is Moses my dentist, obviously because of the Red Sea and like the gap in my teeth. Now, I find it rude, but I actually believe that every single person is a reflection of us. So why am I creating this for myself where like people find it okay to kind of be insulting about my appearance and the way my teeth are? Like, yes, I've got a big gap in my two front teeth and I've had it all of my life. I've never had braces, and I've been thinking about getting braces before, but my partner Marcus and a lot of people often say, no, it's what, it's who you are. And I think, yeah, about accepting all that you are and not changing it. So why have I created that? Well, it's because partly I hate myself sometimes. I hate the way I look. I feel like I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. I'm just saying, like, obviously I know at a conscious level I'm attractive, but then there's something else that I hate. I sometimes feel like the most ugliest person on the planet, and I feel disgusting. And obviously I haven't processed that energy, and it can come out where people can be rude about what I look like and the way I present myself. So I feel a bit, oh, thank you, PM. I like your teeth because they are authentic and they are attractive. You are unique. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Because I think I just want to be honest, and I'm feeling quite nervous about doing this, but I just felt in the energy of it, and I felt like just, it's usually I will report a comment like that on YouTube, and as soon as you report it to YouTube, they delete it, because it's not nice. It's someone who's being rude about you, so I don't think it's right to do that. But I thought I'll just do a live about it and talk about it, and obviously send them love, because if they're writing things like that, they obviously need love. So I'm not going to be nasty. I just think it's shown me more about myself. I think whenever you get anything like that, it's something showing you that you're not loving yourself or accepting that aspect of yourself. So it's telling me I've got more work to do, which this is all what I believe. I believe every person or everything that comes into your consciousness is showing you about yourself, good things and bad things. And it's about, instead of rejecting it and dismissing it and just like with the bad things, you kind of don't want to, because I straight away feel like, oh, they've just got problems or whatever, I just block them. And I thought, right, well, no, maybe I'll do a live about it and talk about it and say about what is showing me about my insecurities. And I thought, there's been a few things that people write on my YouTube sometimes. Obviously, some of the things I do trigger people, which is understandable, and people don't like it. And the other day, I got a really long comment underneath one of my videos I did with my partner Marcus, and it was not. Oh, I'm actually looking at myself live on the YouTube. That's weird. So yeah, that's funny. I'm looking on another phone, obviously, at the moment. So but I got this really long comment, and we want to talk. Marcus and I want to address this comment because it was aimed at both of us. But someone wrote, like, this person, I'll just say who their name is, and someone else has liked it. So Marcus and I did a live, and he gave me therapy, and he channeled some energy for me from God. And this person wrote, this person called Don Lebon, that's what they call themselves on YouTube. OMG, no idea why this appeared in my feed, but it has sickened me. This has to be one of the most toxic videos that I have seen on YouTube. This isn't therapy, this is control, exclamation mark. There is a good reason why therapists shouldn't give therapy to people that they are close to. It can lead to lack of perspective and consequently bad advice, in brackets, best case scenario. And that is what this looks like. I took a quick look at your other vids. They are all pretty much an apology for how unhappy you are, and somehow trying to justify being miserable instead of addressing the cause of your misery, which based on this vid seems to be your partner. You need to get out of that controlling relationship and be happy on your own terms and not his. Where are your friends, family to advise you? Do you have anyone in your life who can give you an arm's length perspective? You will surely self-destruct if you don't, as this relationship is harming you. I have no doubt that you will reject, push back, or deny the above. That is what is happening when you are being unduly influenced by someone. For God's sake, find someone to discuss this with that isn't your partner. So it's quite a long message. So, and part of me finds it funny, but then another part of me, which I'm like, is thinking, wow, like, so maybe people, I'm looking like I'm being controlled. People are going to think that I'm a weak, I'm a victim, I'm vulnerable, I'm not, like, all of this stuff is triggering in my insecurities. And then Marcus as well feels like people will judge him as well. And it's interesting because part of me again wants to just take it down, but it's like, well, that isn't that, possibly people will think that people will be thinking that I'm weak or vulnerable or a victim, and I'm not choosing different parts of my life. I'm being forced into this, possibly, like that is up to them. And again, it's making me look at what that is for me. So why, maybe I do have an aspect of myself that I'm apologetic of, for like feeling sorry for myself. And I think sometimes I do, you know, in life, you sometimes feel like you've got everything's hard done by, where you just feel like life can be really hard, and like different aspects of it, especially what the work I choose to do, the way I work, I choose to work in a totally different way, and that can make people feel uncomfortable, along with myself. Like sometimes I struggle to say to, like, if I meet people, exactly how I work. Like I work on a webcamming site, and you know, sometimes I take nearly every day when I work on my webcamming site, I take my clothes off, and I can encourage men to masturbate over my body, and I masturbate myself. That, like, I've just said it on the webcam. Oh, Bob's your uncle. Sorry, I've just seen this. Good evening from Canada, Rosie. Oh, thank you. Evening. It's actually 26 minutes past midnight here in the UK. Thank you. But yeah, and obviously that will trigger, like what I just said a minute ago, what will trigger people where that they'll think I'm not a real therapist. I shouldn't be encouraging men to masturbate. And I also got another. I just feel like reading out all the negative comments that I've got from doing my YouTube. Someone wrote, "Wanking is a sin." When I spoke about masturbation, my video was about masturbating and allowing yourself to be your true self. And this person called Brez PT7 put "wanking is a sin," and I'm like, oh, sorry, 7:26 p.m. here. Good morning to you then. Oh yeah, sorry, Bob's your uncle. In case you're watching this off the live, he says it's 7:26 in Canada, and so it's funny, isn't it? Different areas of the world experiencing different time zones. But yeah, he says, oh, I don't know even know if it's a girl or a boy. This is the thing. I think YouTube, it's like I've never met anyone who's written on here. I mean, I really appreciate the comments that I've got on this live so far. Thank you so much. But I've never met you guys, and I don't know what you look like. I don't know anything really about you. Bob's your uncle, you've told me some things, and I appreciate that. But I think when you are brave enough to put yourself out there, and then someone, like, I don't want to be rude, but hides behind like possibly a fake name, or like the image here is not even of a face, it's just it looks like a t-shirt or something. It's like you want to put like sort of hate out there about other people who are brave enough to put themselves out there, but you're hiding behind a picture that isn't even of your face, and your name could be literally anybody. Like my name is Rosie Morell, and that is what I stand by. So yeah, so I just want to send love to these people, and I'm, like I said, as much as I'm like, I feel like, oh God, it's annoying to feel that people don't like your content and don't like who you are, and you know, rude about my appearance or whatever. Don't ever let the haters push you down in any other direction than the one you want It takes bravery and courage. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you're right. It's like you've got to be your true self. And you know what? This is the thing. I've walked away from so many people in my life. Like I've literally walked away from all my friends and family because, not because they're bad people at all, that I just felt like I couldn't be my true, authentic self fully with them. And so, you know what? If people don't like it on YouTube, they don't have to watch it. They can switch off, and there's like millions of other channels out there accommodating everyone's needs. And I think, you know what, maybe they like to do that because it's triggered them, it's created something in them that they don't like, so they hit back at you. But I do try to see it as a gift. I do try to see it as it's trying to show me something about myself instead of dismissing it, because it's so easy to dismiss these things. Oh my God, Rosie, that is the exact same for me. I have walked away from sorry, this is Bob's your uncle again, if anyone's not watching this off of the live. Oh my God, Rosie, that is the exact same for me. I've walked away from so many people who I feel weren't true friends. Good for you. It takes bravery, because to stand alone and feel like you don't want to just be with people for the sake of it. So good for you. Well done. I love movies. Have you ever seen the sexy mud scene in the movie Never Ending Story? A boy gets lost and walks through mud wearing a sexy brown trousers. He ends up slowly crawling through the mud. It's so sensual and sexy. Wow. Yeah, no, I've never seen that, but it's like the metaphor, I can imagine, but it's saying that, you know, even with mud on you, you can look sexy. You can, if you like, own it and embrace all aspects of yourself. Because, like I said earlier in this live, I think sometimes I feel really, really ugly. Like I'm not trying to get people to tell me I'm beautiful, because I can look in this in the camera and see I'm not ugly, but I can feel it sometimes. And I think we've all got a side of us that can feel really ugly, and we're all beautiful just as much as possibly we can feel ugly. And I think it's about holding the two. Like in life, in the world, in the universe, everything is half dark and half light, and we have to embrace it in ourselves. And we always shun the ugly, we shun like the bad, but it's about knowing that it's there for a reason, and it's a gift. Like the guy in the movies who's crawling through mud, it's like embracing the darkness and not being afraid of it, and just being like, yeah, that's me. And you know, this is it. Like I kind of want to I almost want to like show, like, you know, show you what I do on the webcam, but it's not for YouTube. I've actually got my web camera on right now as well, so I could get a call. I know it's a bit risky, but I love working in that way. I love working in a way that is really kind of rude, but it's so connecting, and helping people with their issues, and helping people enjoy their bodies and giving them what they want. I love movies. Hi Rosie, if you watch the mud scenes, just be warned that when he crawls through the mud, he cries and there's a lot of tears. Oh, really? Wow. That can be really moving though, watching someone like cry like that and everything else. Sounds quite a sort of deep film emotionally, definitely. But yeah, thanks guys has anyone got any questions, by the way, about any of what I've said, and like about loneliness, friends, about ugliness, about, you know, being your true self, not being afraid to put yourself out there. Has anyone got Bob's your uncle? Maybe tears of joy. He got through the mud, the darkness. Yeah, I love that. I love that, exactly. Tears of joy. That's the best way to look at it. Because or and or even like tears of sadness, sometimes you need to grieve, you need to allow yourself to you know, grieve and allow all aspects of all emotion just to be part of your body, because that's what makes you whole. And if you deny that, that's how it can come out in different dysfunctional ways, possibly. So that film sounds like a really, really deep film. Yeah, I've been connecting with the darkness myself, because I actually went to, oh, Bob's your uncle, I'm sorry, I should have asked to contribute to others' comments, my bad. Oh, well, I didn't find it bad, but I don't know if the other person was offended. I don't know. I'm grateful that people are interacting. It feels positive for me, but I you know I really appreciate people interacting with me on here. Yeah, so I um, I went to the woods again today, and I channeled a message from the tree, and it was called because it was in England today. It was the shortest day of the year, so that yeah. So literally, there's today. Oh, well, it was yesterday on the 22nd of December. There was more dark hours than there were light hours, and now it's going to start getting light. And this is the tree told me connect with the darkness, all that the darkness is in the sleep, hibernation, rest, and growth, along with destruction and recreation, loneliness, and all it has to show you is there is nothing else but to be yourself. So there is nothing to lose. So I've also written down a brief message for myself. I was connecting with I had this problem with my wrist, and what I do is I go in on it in my emotions, because I'm a trained therapist. So I believe that any physical ailment you have in your body will go back to an emotional root. And what I did was I followed emotionally in a meditation where this went back to, and it went, this problem I've got with my wrist is that I've been training in the gym, and it started, oh my goodness, I've got a call on webcam. I'm going to have to go, but I will speak to you all soon. I'll hold on 1 second. I'll just see if this guy wants anything. Hi, how are you? Can you hear me and see me okay? Don't know if he's going to just, literally, I don't know if sometimes people click off if they can't hear me or see me, or the connection's not very good. But if I can, if he, can you hear me and see me? I've got my boots on. Hi. Oh, you can. So I will talk about that in another, my emotional state. So I was just going to, how can I help you, by the way? I am a fully qualified therapist, but I also love doing sexual performance as well. So I can do both. I've got a lot of experience as well. This is what I tell people because it's true. I've got 2 degrees, and I've got a degree in psychology, a degree in education, and I've got advanced qualifications in therapy. So I like to combine them all, and I also love sexually performing. as well. So I've got these sparkly boots on as well. So if you need therapy, I've got a lot of experience with a range of issues, from taboo issues to vanilla issues. So I've got a lot of experience. If you want me to perform, I can do that too. I've got so I'm not sure. Okay, right. He wants me to perform. So, sorry. I will reply to that comment after this. Mwah! I will speak. I'm going to perform for you now. Thank you. I'll speak to you soon. Oh.